Hello, and welcome to this short presentation of this project on fostering competition in ASEAN. I'm Ruben Maximiano, a senior competition expert at the OECD. The OECD, in cooperation with the ASEAN Secretariat, has spent the past 3 years working on this major competition initiative, which has been focused on the competition assessment of ASEAN's logistics industry. During that time, we've been working closely together with our colleagues at all 10 ASEAN competition authorities, as well as other branches of government. Our aim has been to improve logistics and transportation, the lifeblood of trade in this hugely important part of the global economy. We know that trade promotes economic growth, and that growth leads to greater prosperity for all, because efficient trade helps to reduce prices, and that puts more money in people's pockets to buy the products they need. But that can happen only if markets are working well, and that's the understanding from which our work on fostering competition in ASEAN began. With funding from the UK government, we studied ASEAN's logistics markets. We looked at more than 700 laws and regulations in those markets, and we came up with a wide range of recommendations to make those markets work better. At the heart of all of our work is leveling the playing field, creating fair markets where efficiency is encouraged. A level playing field is important even in the best of times. But now, as ASEAN and the rest of the world grapple with the COVID pandemic, it's more important than ever. This region, like many others, needs a fast recovery, and that means encouraging and ensuring policies are in place to promote competition in the region's logistics industry. In other words, helping businesses get their goods to market, removing expensive inefficiencies, obstacles and monopolies, and getting economies moving again. This is where competition policy becomes part of the fight back against the crisis and its economic impact. A crisis can present us with a chance to change, to do things differently, because in the hardest of times we have to think differently, to seize the opportunity. And right now, the opportunity is clear. And it's not a big-ticket, expensive scheme involving more roads and more railways. It's not a money-intensive mega project that may be difficult to finance, even if those, of course, can be very important. It's about taking the resources and assets we already have and using them better, using them smarter. It's an almost zero-cost regulatory refresh that will free up businesses to do what they do best, find opportunities and efficiencies that will lower prices for producers and consumers, and create wealth, jobs and growth across the entire economy. And as the logistics industry taps those opportunities, it will create connections and cost savings, not just in individual ASEAN countries, but across ASEAN as a whole, so that benefits are shared across borders. In ASEAN, our research found that those benefits will really stack up. Not only is it a zero-cost enterprise, but we found that adopting the recommendations the OECD makes in fostering competition in ASEAN will effectively give ASEAN's economy a cash injection of at least $4.5 billion a year. And even that estimate is probably on the low side, because it doesn't include the benefits of jobs growth, greater opportunities for SMEs, and more efficient, lower-cost trade between ASEAN member states. And like so much, when it comes to solid, pro-competitive market regulation, all of these benefits compound and reinforce one another, delivering growth, jobs and wealth in a self-sustaining cycle that will propel ASEAN forward and drive development. And as the members of ASEAN acquire know-how through watching each other's progress, that momentum will continue. Because at the end of the day, creating competition also means fostering learning, trade, and that's what binds ASEAN's fortunes together. I'm Ruben Maximiano, and thank you for watching.